So first I'm going to go over the kits, the part of the kits that are the pieces of the kit that are included in the kit. What's up guys, it's Eric from Verus Engineering, and today we're doing another install on our Mk5 Toyota Supra. Today we're doing camber plates on the front suspension. Basically, we've noticed that we are killing the outside of our front tires. There is no camber adjustment for the front on the factory Supra. So basically we're going to improve that by adding the ability to increase camber. By doing so, you should increase cornering grip and basically increase longevity of the tires. By increasing the contact patch of the tire with the groad, we're basically able to increase cornering grip, and that's what we're excited about attempting to do here. First, we're gonna go over what is included in the kit so that you kind of understand what's going on there. Second, I'm gonna show you what all you need to do for the install as far as tools required. And then we're gonna do the install itself. Let's get to it. So the first part of the install, we're basically gonna get access to the top of the strut tower. We're gonna undo that guy, throw that over there, and then I need to get a little puller. I've actually found that dikes or side cuts, whichever one you wanna call them, they actually work really well. So I'm gonna go grab that, pull that off. So basically, use the side cuts, grab under here, pull that guy up, and then do the same thing for this guy. All right, so right now we need to remove this sensor, all the wires, and then the brake line. So let's do that real quick. That allows the shock tower to basically move so that you can get the strut out and we can install the camber plate that way. We will also then, you can't see it really great, let's see if we can move it, the sway bar mount right here. We're gonna undo that nut, and then we will be able to undo the 13mm bolts up top, and then the strut will hopefully fall out of everything and go from there. 16mm from the sway bar down here, and then I have removed the 18mm from the actual strut. So 18mm, remove that. I leave the camber plate on car, and that way I can actually remove this from the car without pulling it from the knuckle, which is a massive pain in the butt. So I recommend doing that personally, but obviously that choice is up to you. So now that the strut is off, I'm going to remove the camber plate, and then we will get to installing our unit on car. Cut. So if you do it the way that I just did it, basically you should probably have a jack underneath the entire knuckle assembly, jacked up, so then you can slowly let it down as you remove that nut. So once you remove that nut, the entire knuckle is going to want to push down. If you don't have a jack underneath, it's going to fall out. If you have a jack underneath, you can slowly let it down just by releasing the pressure. All right, now that we have the factory camber plate off, we're going to install our adapter sleeve and the adapter sleeve lock nut. This is a 15mm hex, and then basically just tighten this as tight as like an electric impact will go. I feel like when the shaft starts spinning, you can just give it a few more clicks on it on the impact. That should be good, and then we will move on to installing the actual camber plate. All right, so at this point I have installed the camber plate with the adjuster installed loosely with the M6 socket-headed cap screws. It's in factory position, which is all the way this way. But that's besides the point, because right now, honestly, it's very loose. But anyways, that's installed into the chassis with the supplied M8 nuts and washers. And then I have the entire knuckle assembly on a jack. The shoulder, not the shoulder, the two parts that we installed in the previous step, those are installed on the top, and basically it's ready to go into the camber plate once I start pumping the jack up. And then we just have the large lock nut ready to go on, and I'll try to capture that on video. All right, so with a screwdriver, very gently, you do not want to mar the surface on the spherical. You can kind of move the spherical around so that the entire assembly will go up into the spherical, because basically it's a very, very tight fit. So basically just with a little bit of tweaking and not using much strength at all, the strut went through the spherical, and now we can install this guy. And I'm gonna go get the electric impact, and then the camber plate is more or less installed, and then we can start adjusting camber from here on out. It's a little difficult to see, but right now the damper is basically through the spherical, and I have loosely installed the lock nut. It is a 27 millimeter, so I have a 27 millimeter on an electric impact, and we're gonna tighten that down right now. The jack stand is still pushing the entire assembly up, and that's why it is staying up for right this moment. But once I tighten this, I can remove the jack stand or jack, and this whole unit will now stay with the chassis. All right, so it is now tight. Basically, I just snugged up as best I can. There is a torque spec from factory, but realistically it never works to actually torque it while using the Allen key, at least from our experience. So we just use an electric impact. You can use a pneumatic impact, and just, you can feel when it gets tight, and then hit it a few more times and you should be good. For right now, I have snugged 2 of the socket head cap screws. I'm going to install the sway bar mount onto the strut underneath, and then connect all the electrical stuff, get it back on the ground, check what camber is in factory format, and then I'm gonna max it out to see what kind of camber we can achieve with our camber plates. But overall, the install is done. Just install in reverse order. All right, guys, thanks for joining us on the camber plate install. Be on the lookout for more products here from Verus for the Supra, as well as the GT350 and some other cars here and there. Tune in next time.